say some days you're gonna win. They say some days you're gonna lose. I tell you, I got news for you. You're losing all the time, you never win. No, if you believe that's how it's gonna be, I better put you down. Get up, you take your look, and come down on the ground. You gotta save me now. You better turn around. And I looked around. I was heading down. Oh, somebody throw me down the line. This is some days you gotta give. This is some days you gotta take. That's the way it's gotta be. Roll it over and you.
Happy Thursday. It is my Friday. I'm not here tomorrow. I will be at Alton High School at 7:30 and at 8 o'clock, and then at Marquette doing speeches, talking about CEO class and how great it is to be an entrepreneur in the community, and why today I get to talk about how great it is to be in Grafton. Coming soon. Oh wait, it's this Saturday.
It is this Saturday.
I knew, like, the moment I started talking about this, I'm like, my lead, and I'm like, I know there's a day, like, it's either it's Friday or Saturday, and I'm like, it's
almost every single winter weekend in
That's
Grafton.
true.
I mean, we keep it going for the whole holiday. So
There's always something going on.
That's true, and this is a really cool thing. The Winter Lighted Parade has become really cool, and now you got Louie, and there was a monster truck last year that was on steroids and everything else. Well, how's this year looking?
I mean, that's it. We've got Louis this year, which is just a huge highlight. We have the monster trucks seem to always make a show in Grafton. They really do enjoy it. So you can expect to see them again this year. But yeah, we'll also have the St. Louis Blues hockey van will be coming through as well.
That'll be cool.
I tried my darndest to get the Anheuser-Busch Clydesdales, but I just couldn't make it happen on the short notice that I was working with. But as soon as we have dates for next year, I'm putting my request in for the Clydesdales for next year.
There you go. Well, and how long does it take to put the parade together? Because it's never easy to put a parade, of any size on, and this one's a pretty good sized parade with a lot of participants.
It grows every single year, and it really is a year-round. It's a year-round process. As soon as we know the event, I'm learning that I have to start planning a year in advance to get the people I want. So. It really is a year-round process from the initial planning phases to execution, and it's a highlight. It's a highlight of the community, and I love bringing people to Grafton in what other people really think is the off-season, because to me, Grafton is magical in the winter, and people don't even realize it.
Well, it's a different type of Grafton, and it's still so cool. All the summer fun that we all come to enjoy and everything, famous for really in Grafton, but the winter months are just the same amount of fun, too. And you're right, last year was so cool to see the families coming together, and whether they're in their cars staying warm in the parking lot or roughing it or whatever you needed, it was really fun to really be a part of that.
Well, and I'm glad you mentioned that about staying in the cars, because that's something that really sets the Grafton Winter Lights Parade off from other holiday parades. The way the parade route is organized, if you come early and get a great spot, you can park your vehicle back it in, or face it right into the parade route, and you can watch it from the comfort of your own vehicle.
Right.
You don't even have to get out of your car if you really don't want to, and you plan ahead.
Well, and that's what I think's cool about it, because it gets pretty chilly on the riverfront sometimes. So if you have a little one and still want to go,
people who are just physically challenged in other ways, or have health concerns that couldn't typically get out and enjoy a winter parade, this is the one for them.
So is registration still open for the parade?
It officially closed last night. But I mean, if you are if you're watching this today and you just love it, that's a great thing about small towns. We can always make some magic. But I am going to be releasing the rest of the participants' announcements later on tonight and tomorrow, leading up to the parade on Saturday.
How many do you have this year?
So far, somebody just asked me this yesterday, and I think we're sitting at about 62.
That's good. That's really good.
No, that's going to be wonderful. So I'm excited about it as always, and I'm so grateful that Hog Pit, because they have just such. We could not do this parade if it wasn't for Hog Pit Barbecue, and I really got to give Corey some credit there.
That's awesome.
That location and his parking abilities make it possible for him to be the staging location for it all.
Well, and that's a lot of work to get everything staged and, and to get it lined up and ready to go.
That's the hardest part of the whole parade.
How and for the folks that haven't gone yet, what year is this now? Is this 4 or 5?
Fifth.
Fifth?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is the
right.
fifth.
Wow.
Third year I've been
Anniversary
involved.
day.
Yeah.
Well, and now 4:30 is the parade lineup. When do you encourage folks to maybe start showing up? And honestly, wouldn't be bad to go get a bite to eat and then go get in your car.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I encourage you to show up in Grafton by 10:30 that morning.
That's reason.
Because of the holiday treat trail, and you don't want to miss it. We're combining awesome events, and we're just making a whole day of it. This is the kickoff of the winter season in Grafton.
See, guys, there's always a method to my questions. You just got to hang in there through it all. And Jackie, that leads into it. At 10:30, let's start into this because this is was the chocolate walk for a while, correct?
Yes. So we're kind of piggybacking on that event. We just changed the name a little bit because Grafton's more of a walkable town. So we changed the name to the Grafton Holiday Treat Trail.
That's
So we
awesome.
have about 20 businesses participating. And registration is at the loading dock from 11 to 1. I do anticipate people getting there early because we have a limited amount of tickets. So you have to show up, and we have 300. Everybody's going to get a free gift bag, and you get to run around
cool.
town and collect your goodies and buy some holiday gifts and throw them in the bag. So,
That's awesome.
And we're talking about delicious goodies.
oh yeah, they're pretty elevated.
No, we're
I've
not
actually
talking
been
about,
really,
Like little brownies or nothing.
No.
I'm gonna reference my notes
Jackie,
here.
come on, you can't sell yourself short. Paula's catching on to
yeah. So a few places like Southern Coastal Cuisine is
They're
offering.
awesome. They have great food.
And they always participate in community events.
They're
Yeah.
doing a German chocolate express cake with Dairyland soft serve ice cream.
Oh, nice. That'd be awesome.
Yes, you get to come to all of these fantastic places. The Oyster Bar is also doing a chocolate bread pudding with some ice cream as well. We have Third Shoots doing chocolate pudding shots for 21 and up, and they're going to have some treats for the little ones as well because it's a very family-friendly event. So we're really trying to focus on that. Fancy Nancy's is going to be giving out gourmet popcorn, which she has different flavors and like a holiday flavor. So we are going to have 20 great stops on this treat trail.
This is so cool. And I'm sure the businesses are all willing and jumping in at this because it's just another opportunity to get out in front during the winter months, too.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And to get people into their
Yeah.
shops so they can see what they have to offer. There's so
awesome.
many great, unique, eclectic shops in Grafton that, there's so much to do outdoors that sometimes I feel like our shopping district gets overlooked.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It really does. But we have a huge heart of our community beating in our shopping district.
And they're great stores.
Well, and the Grafton Art Gallery has just,
yes.
Michael and Jesse have worked so hard. They have a new exhibit opening on
that's cool.
Friday. If you
Brand
want to
new
come in
one.
early, I want to say her name is Sarah Knight. She's a sculpture, porcelain luminaries, and paintings. She's going to be launching a new
That's
exhibit
cool.
on Friday from 5 to 9.
That's
And that's
awesome.
just kind of kicking it off. So come support local artists and Box Mercantile. Love them. They've got great goods. Wonderful stocking stuffers there.
You can pretty much get a Christmas gift for anybody in town.
Oh, for sure.
At any of the stores. There's something
yeah.
for everyone all over town.
Grab gift cards
Yeah.
all over town.
Yeah.
If you just
Oh, for sure.
that
Loading
talk about
dock
a
gift
day of just giving not just plastic stuff but memories.
Yeah, or even a weekend stay in Grafton. That would
yeah.
be a great gift too to go ahead and book.
So we're
100%.
actually, whoever wins, so we're giving out these cards and you punch all around town. You go to each business participating, and if you fill up all the punches, you drop it in a box. So we're going to have 3 drop boxes around town, one at the beginning at the loading dock, I believe another one at Drifters, and then one at Aries. And the winner, you get this Grafton prize package.
Yeah.
And one of the things is an overnight stay at my rentals, Spring Hollow Hideaway.
That's
So you can use it towards any stay. So there's multiple items on the gift. Right now, we're still collecting donations from the businesses, but it's shaping up to be pretty good. I believe another one is the Grafton Vineyards is going to be offering a wine tour and tasting for 10. So, and that's like a $300 value from my understanding.
wow.
So we're getting some big donations. I've gotten some cute gifts from, who did we get those from?
Lighthouse Coffee put
Okay.
together a wonderful gourmet
Yes.
coffee little
Beautiful
basket.
looking.
Box
That's awesome.
Mercantile donated some of their signature sourdough
yes.
bread. Lady Luck Designs and Photography. Myself, I'm putting in a full family session gift certificate for photography. it's kind of just the best of Grafton.
That's
Everybody's
so cool.
throwing in the best
Yes.
of what they have to offer.
I
So,
like that.
and I had mentioned, if you're a local family member and you have family out of town and you want them to come visit more, get them a gift certificate to Grafton. You know what I mean? Like, nothing's going to make them want to come and spend a weekend near you with you than making memories.
You're right. I mean, that's a very easy sell, Paula. You're very,
I mean, it is. If you're missing the grandkids, buy them a gift certificate to Aries Resort
That's
into the
for
Adventure
something fun.
Bundle. And there you go. They're going to come.
Well, and I think it's so cool too because on the event Facebook page, you guys can see for the Grafton Holiday Treat Trail. We'll show you the Winter Lighted Parade as well. This is the get over here. Yeah, see, look, and it has some of the different stops along the way, including the Fountain Hill. How have they been since their addition to town? Pretty good.
Fantastic.
Oh my gosh, we love having them. But like all businesses in the winter, especially destination, winters are tough. So please, if don't knock Grafton out in the wintertime. That river road is just as beautiful when it's cold out.
Yeah, it does. It looks great when it's iced over.
It's magical over
does,
there.
yeah.
I actually prefer the cold weather personally, going to town.
Do you really?
I do. I like
That's
it.
because she's got the hot tub rentals
I
in town.
know. And the snow, it makes it magical. I'm like, oh.
It really does. It really does. But yeah, come
it.
support all of our businesses. Fountain Hill wants to stay open throughout the entire season. They don't want to shut down, and we don't want them to shut down. They employ people we love that live locally in our town. So we want to see Fountain Hill thrive.
Yeah.
We also have a couple businesses that are taking holiday hours. The Oyster Bar and Southern Coastal. Come. Patron them while you can.
Yep.
They got their last days coming this month. So
they
have
have
opposite days.
holiday.
One's later in the month, but yes, come eat in Grafton.
Yeah, and honestly, the 6th is the great day. You have 8,500 people responding to this event, and then you had 2,500 on the. It's gonna be a busy day in Grafton.
It is going to be very busy. We're hoping we have a great turnout.
People can come early, do the holiday treat trail. Even if you don't get a ticket to the treat trail, you can enjoy all the shopping. Oh, the added little surprise. We're not trying to piggyback on anything, but do our own version of everything. And we're going to be having costumed characters around town.
Oh, wow, that'll be cool.
Interacting with the community members, taking selfies. Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus will be at the loading dock from 11 to 1.
Correct. Yes.
So even if you don't get a holiday treat trail ticket, there's no reason you can't have a great day in Grafton, stick around, knock some shopping out, and then enjoy the Winter Lights Parade that night.
So when you say free, so the tickets are free for the treat trail, correct?
Correct. Yes.
And so when you go around, are the treats a purchase?
No.
Oh.
That's what you get with your punch.
Is free. So all you have to have is this little card that says, that you're participating in the treat trail, and you show it to the business, and you get your free treats.
Your holiday VIP pass.
And
it's like your golden ticket.
Grafton bag to put all your goodies in. So
that's really cool.
Because while some of the dishes are obviously ice cream, and you're going to eat on site,
there.
a lot of them are, beautifully packaged and cutely decorated. So you just
take
add them to
some
your
with
goodie
you,
bag and
eat some while you're walking around, and just
That's awesome.
enjoy.
Well, I was on whenever I was on Enjoy Grafton's website, it said enjoy a free day in Grafton. I'm like, oh, wow. No,
It
this
really
is a free day.
in Grafton.
A free
How
day.
awesome is that for families, though, to have an opportunity?
That was the point of it all, actually.
Very
We went back and forth
family-orientated.
on having a price for this and a ticket
Yeah.
to have people pay, or just blowing it out and giving it away for free. And the chamber leadership was really big on being like, you know what? Let's just do it. So right now, everyone is feeling the pinch. We get that. This is the one time of the year you can come, and we're just going to love on you and say thank you for loving Grafton.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is going to be a fun day. I think it's going to be great for the businesses, too. And like you guys said, of the retail sector and of the restaurant side of things.
And you have the adventure attractions up at Aries and the ice skating rink at the loading dock.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I don't want to leave these out. These are sledding at the Alpine Coaster is better than sledding because you don't get wet, your feet don't get cold, you don't have to hike back up the hill with your stinking sled.
Just go around.
I mean, the Alpine Coaster with the snow right now is phenomenal.
That's super cool.
They got the UTV adventure tours. They're a blast. Every season makes it a different experience. And then you have the ice skating rink at the loading dock.
Absolutely.
So I mean, you can spend an entire weekend in Grafton having winter fun
with your family.
And I'll do it within like a mile and a half
You
radius.
don't even have to leave.
It's incredible.
Park your car on Friday night.
Yep.
You don't even have to get back in
You can
it.
walk around town.
That's true. I love it. And then, are there any availabilities this weekend for Airbnbs?
I
believe some spots in town are open.
I know Aries has a few remaining spots.
Okay.
And I know that Riverview reached out to me and let me know yesterday that they had, and they have a great location. If you like to get up early and enjoy a cup of coffee with a good view, Riverview is a great spot
They do
for
have
that.
a beautiful view of the river.
It's a good weekend for it.
I think the Ruble might be booked out yet. I did not check with Lisa and Tony.
I did not either. But I would imagine there's still some in town available.
And there's the Holly Jolly Bucket at the
yeah.
I totally forgot about
You're
the
right.
the Holly Jolly Bucket's Christmas themed pop-up bar.
Yeah.
The new owners of the Bloody Bucket, Miles and Angel, they're awesome addition. Really,
They are.
They're
great.
really fun.
They're fantastic.
They're fun. They are continuing the tradition, thank goodness. And their manager, Kara, she is just really pouring her heart into... She has a genuine love for the building and the business. So she's continuing the tradition. She's made a custom cocktail list that is delicious.
That's awesome.
It is delicious, and it is photogenically approved. I mean, selfie approved.
Very festive,
Very,
decked
very
to the
festive.
nines. Great spot to stop and have a cocktail and take a photo with,
100%.
Your love or whoever. But it's definitely
And
cute in there.
it is the only 21 and up only establishment in Grafton.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I love that. I think there needs to be a place where the adults can just go and be adults and let their shoulders down without kids. And that is the one place in town that they do not allow children. And
I will be going there.
the town loves them for that too.
Well, seriously, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for
Thank
your
you.
patience with
Yeah.
me as I was getting onto the show.
No
today.
worries.
And don't forget about SantaCon coming up the following, the 13th.
That's what I
Just
thought.
got to plug that at the end.
That's
Allison
a good one. That's
loved.
a good one.
Yeah, that is
Also a
all about
free
the adults.
event.
That is the adult-only weekend in Grafton.
I got a family reunion. Otherwise, I'd have been there. I'd have been Santaing it up. That's
It's
such a fun one. It
Dressing
really is.
up for the holidays is always fun.
So, thanks for having us.
Yes,
Not a
thanks,
problem.
CJ.
We'll take a quick break. Ameren Illinois is going to join us next. We're going to be talking to Mark. He's a beneficial Electrification Executive. Oh, man, I got to get
Say
back.
that again.
We'll take a quick break and come back.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our
Throughout
team
all
can
life
do.
stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Tomorrow isn't built by dreamers. It's built by doers. Because progress doesn't work unless we do. So at Ameren, we've been hard at work putting energy to work for you. Adding underground cables, installing advanced switches and sensors, storm hardening poles and power lines, making the energy grid stronger today so it can meet your needs tomorrow. Learn about projects in your area at Ameren.com/energyfuture.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Away went Rudolph, whizzing like a shooting star. Run, run, Rudolph, Santa meant to make it in town. Santa make him hurry, tell him he can take the freeway down. Run, run, Rudolph, reeling like a merry-go-round.
Daily Show, welcome back. 9:38 is the time on this Thursday. We have Mark joining us from Ameren, Illinois. Mark, if we could, what's your title with Ameren?
Yeah, Beneficial Electrification Executive at Ameren.
Well, this is really exciting, too, to have this conversation in all seriousness, because anytime we can talk about upgrades within, infrastructure, to city-based initiatives like Alton, this is cool. And Alton got a citywide grant. Fill me in on this, and really just in an overview before we dive in, this is some positive times for the city.
Oh, absolutely. And I just want to start by saying happy Thankful Thursday. It's
absolutely.
Great to be here. Alton participated in our Community Engagement and Consultation Program, and this is a part of our beneficial electrification package that really tries to incentivize people in the state of Illinois to transition into electric vehicles. What this program does is create a comprehensive electrification transportation plan for community at the top level. So we worked with, hats off to Andy Campbell, with the Planning Commission. We worked with the city management. And for us, a plan is not a plan till it's written. And so we create this plan in collaboration with the city to create goals on transitioning into electric vehicles. As a part of that, Alton qualified for an additional grant. We were able to give $75,000, and so what they're going to do is align the goals, figure out what's best for the goals for the city to utilize that funding, and then either transition that into electric vehicle charging stations, or maybe make a transition from their police vehicles or public work vehicles into having those be electric vehicles.
Really unique here. So with that, it goes back towards the EV side of things, correct? So, and take me through that with the charging stations, and I know that they get used. There's some on the riverfront at Argosy parking lot that are used, it seems like, all the time. So could these be used in, public parks or public parking lots for the charging station side of things? And then on the flip side, for the emergency responder vehicles, could that be in any qualification of what falls under the emergency personnel umbrella?
Yeah, great questions. We really focus on public charging.
Okay.
Yeah, so it would be used, if that's the goal, to put in public charging stations that would be available for anyone to use. Now, additionally, we have our Charge Smart program.
Yeah.
And so what that does, not only on the business side with the community can we help with the CEC program to put in the charging infrastructure, but for qualifying residents that own an electric vehicle, we'll actually pay for the charging station and pay to have that installed in their residence.
Wow, that's incredible. How long is the turnaround time on that, do you think? I know that's kind of a fluid answer, I'm sure, or a fluid question, because it's all dependent on variables.
A lot of variables. Doesn't take long, though.
Really cool. Yeah. Now, how did the city find out about the opportunity for this?
Yeah, great question. So we intentionally focus at Ameren on what we call our equity investment eligible communities.
Okay.
And those are environmental justice areas, pre-designated areas, R3 areas, or low-income areas.
Okay.
And so we intentionally focus on outreach and provide extra financial resources like the grant, the $75,000 to Alton. And so we will send emails, we'll do a calling campaign, but really Alton came in through a webinar.
Wow.
Yeah, so we had monthly webinars. Alton signed up. They wanted to find out more about the program, learned about the opportunities and the potential funding, and realized that having a written plan could really align in with the rest of their strategic planning for the city. And so something that we can build on. It's an evergreen plan. It's a draft, but something that pulls in all the education and resources together.
Well, and I think that Alton's such a unique spot, and there's so many around the Riverbend region, really up through Edwardsville and you name it, that become almost tourist, places where folks are coming in for a couple of hours and shopping or going back. So to have those, stations or whatever you need utilize that grant for, it all falls in line for exactly what you're saying. That's a really good point.
Absolutely. And so, with charging stations, it kind of is, if you build it, they will come.
Yeah, for sure.
And so there's statistics and data behind it, but when you put in public charging stations, people use them, and people look at maps and how to get to them, and they use their phone, and so they will be utilized.
Oh, 100%. Well, now, did any other communities attend this personal or this singular webinar, or is this a kind of an ongoing program where communities that are invited can hop in when they're able to?
Yeah, and so the goal of this program was to have 80 communities participate.
Okay.
And we were able to complete that goal.
Wow.
And so 80 communities in our territory have strategic plans. 38 of them got funding on top of that. Now we're going into what we're calling Beneficial Electrification Plan 2, which is approved and starts next year. It will go for 3 years. There'll be 10 communities a year that will be able to get plans.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, and now it also means a lot for the, just the regional infrastructure too, in terms of whether or not, the purchase is decided for, A or B. I don't think that really matters because, like you said, more charging stations, they'll come, people will come to those. But also on the public safety side of things, it could alleviate, some of those, extra burdens that, those vehicles see.
Oh, absolutely. One of the benefits with electric vehicles, besides a lower cost of ownership, so you have the equivalent of
right.
$1 or $2 a gallon of gas when you're charging, is the little or no maintenance. So people that own these electric vehicles, they don't have to have any oil changes. Mm-hmm. There's only 20 moving parts versus 200 moving parts. And so they're considered way more reliable and dependable, so you can save a lot on maintenance cost. And then from the battery side, there also can be, like you mentioned, used for resiliency too. You can use the electric vehicle as a battery if there's any instances.
Now, we were talking a little bit too about just the webinar opportunity and some of the other opportunities that are provided to some of the lower resourced areas, and you gave us those qualifications. What are some of the other community programs? I know, like the fleet assessment and things like that.
Yeah, we have a great program. So this is for any business that has one or more fleet vehicles.
Oh, okay, I get you now. Yeah,
and so if I'm either a mom and pop shop, or if I'm a university or a community, what this program does for us, data is the new currency of the world, right?
Yeah.
And so what we do is provide a comprehensive data-based analysis, and we do this over a 5, 10, 15, 20-year horizon, where we compare a gas vehicle to a likewise model of electric vehicle. And so they can look at that and make a decision. We look at total cost of ownership. We look at carbon reduction. We look at net present value, cost per driven mile. So they get all this analytics together in a report, and they can provide that to the financial department. They can make a decision based on it. They can take it to a board. And so, really it's about empowering people with the right sort of information to make those decisions.
Well, and see, that's where I think it's so important, and just to double in on that, is that it's information, and really that right source of information where you aren't just taking a guess, and so many times I think as business, especially on the mom and pop side of things, you're so busy,
You have a great point.
It's like, who has time to really do the numbers on this? So when you have an opportunity to at least see if it makes sense, and if it does, great. And if it doesn't, then that's okay too, but at least you know.
Exactly. Hey, you're doing great. Ameren's hiring, by the way.
But it's really cool. And now, what about this community engagement and consultation program?
Yeah, so I'm really proud of this program. It's one of the programs I help lead out. For us, one, hats off to communities that want to participate, because, mom and pop shops get busy, but so do the communities too. And they're often strapped thin because they're trying to put out fires and make sure daily services are happening. But to forwardly think and look at strategically planning ahead is amazing. So what that program, it does that. We get all the information on electric vehicles, all the information on resources and grant funding available. We do site-specific suitability scoring. So we'll work with the community like Alton that identified locations and then we'll score those locations. We run it through modeling,
Wow.
and look at road density, how close it is to another charging station, what is the electrical capacity there, and we'll give them a score from a 1 to 100. And so now they can look and say, well, this one has an 89. This might be a better spot to put the charging station.
Well, that's really, and I'm sure it happens a lot of times with communities like Alton that are a little bit older, and you have to, find the right opportunity for that charging station.
Well, it's like you said before, we can all guess.
Right.
So.
That's awesome. Hey, you got a moment to take a quick break with me?
Yeah, sure.
We got to pay some
Happy
quick
to.
bills. We'll come back with more of Ameren right after this.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Tomorrow isn't built by dreamers. It's built by doers. Because progress doesn't work unless we do. So at Ameren, we've been hard at work putting energy to work for you. Adding underground cables, installing advanced switches and sensors, storm hardening poles and power lines, making the energy grid stronger today so it can meet your needs tomorrow. Learn about projects in your area at Ameren.com/energyfuture.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
So I get in trouble all the time, but I think this is the better version of Baby Please Come Home. Mariah Carey's great and all that, and like it kind of scares me when they unthaw her for after Thanksgiving.
that
but this
version
is the
better.
original, and how it should be. Thank you,
the
Brian.
Classics.
Yeah, we were talking about the fleet assessment, and getting in here locally. Has anyone reached out to be a part of that?
Yeah, actually, Scott Bibb College.
Or the community assessment, sorry.
The fleet assessment.
Oh, yeah.
So Scott Bibb College, which is part of Lewis and Clark College, they do workforce development. And so they use 2 vans that were donated to them from MTA. And those vans are getting older. And they're looking now, they just had a fleet assessment completed.
Okay.
And the numbers look great. And they're looking at transitioning into an electric van.
Yeah.
And so that's just somebody local that has been able to utilize the program.
Well, and it's great, though, I think, for taxpayers to hear that at least they're looking at different options that are more efficient for, it's not only for their staff, but also at the end of the day, it goes back to the taxpayer for funding the college. So I mean, on the flip side of that there's 2 great arguments to make for this. It's really good.
Yeah, as much as we can make and gain efficiencies nowadays is
no kidding.
Absolutely amazing.
And it leads into the next point because we're talking about Lewis and Clark. Is the fleet assessment, is that for larger businesses only, really, or organizations?
Anybody that operates 1 to 2 vehicles all the way up to large fleet operators can benefit from this program. And in fact, we're specifically focusing on smaller businesses.
Makes sense.
Like you said, they're busy. So as much as an opportunity as we can to let them know about the program and get in touch with them and bring them value with it is what we're trying to do.
So what all goes into the assessment? We've been talking about it a lot, and it sounds great, but on the what are the nuts and bolts of it? What do they see in that breakdown?
Yeah, yep. And so they will, in the breakdown, it's pretty extensive. It'll be about a 10, 15-page report. It will look at, and it can even compare multiple models of vehicles. So if you had a truck, your university, and you use a truck, but you also use a minivan, and then you also have other facility public work vehicles to move things. And so it will do that analysis, and what it will do is it will break it down on a 5, 10, 15, 20-year horizon, but then it will compare 5 to 10 different key points, like cost of ownership. So what is the cost of ownership for each one of those? What is the cost per driven mile? What is the present value of those vehicles?
Yeah.
What is it going to look like 5, 10 years from now? What are the fuel costs? What would the cost be with the electric vehicle infrastructure included compared to the gas vehicles? So really analyzes all that.
That's really incredible. I mean, that's a full-on, that's about as comprehensive as you can get.
I don't think there's anything else we can add. If you know of anything, let us know.
How much wiper fluid's in the car, I guess.
Exactly, yes.
So what does the CEC Electrification Transportation Plan include?
Yeah, so the CEC plan includes, really it starts out with an analysis of the current state of the area of that community.
Okay.
So what exists right now? What charging stations exist not only in that community but within that region?
Do solar fields come into play here when you're looking at those?
Not solar fields. It's looking at only electrification transportation.
Gotcha.
Yep. And so it'll look at, how many EV owners are registered in your community? Okay. So it'll take a snapshot of that. It'll show how many have registered for the past 10 years. And it'll show, is that trending up or down? Why? Right? Mm-hmm. And so we start with the current baseline and we look at the current analysis of the population density, how many people own electric vehicles, where the electric vehicle infrastructure is. And then we start aligning with goals with the community. What are their long-term goals? What do they want? Economic development? Are they looking at safety? Are they looking at, whatever goal? And then we will craft to those goals strategic plans and run data analysis for them on those planning.
Wow. It's incredible. And now it takes really, though, community partnership and engagement, though, on that standpoint of things. I can only imagine you can only go as far as you want to unless you have a willing partner that's, ready to dive right in and really look at this, too.
It really is the people that make the places.
Yeah.
And especially with the communities. Hats off to Alton and the other 80 communities that stepped up, that were able to participate. And I applaud forward-thinking communities that take the time to look at resources. We also have another initiative, not with electric vehicles, but we have a market development initiative that will actually help communities locate grant funding and help them write the grants.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so we're really community focused, and we think that driving from the community top down works, while at the same time reaching out to the residents about the programs and the businesses.
Well, and that's a great way to wrap up, because we talk about the residential side of things all the time, and I can tell you I'm getting ready to benefit from a residential program myself. So it's there's a lot of things like the energy efficiency program that's fantastic, and that's saving huge amounts of money and alleviates the city from having to figure out a way sometimes to help maybe some of the older, some of the properties that need that help, and they just fall into despair, and so it's really good on all fronts from Ameren, at this point.
Our biggest challenge really is to let people know about the program.
Well, that really is, to me, would be the issue, because it's whenever you have a menu, and it's like when Gordon Ramsay goes into Hell's Kitchen or Kitchen Nightmares, he's like, well, your menu is 4 pages long. Why don't we shorten it up to 1 page? But you can't, because you're providing all these. That's kind of the one problem that Ameren has. You can't just decide on this because they're all important.
Exactly.
Really cool stuff, Mark. Thanks so much for stopping by.
I appreciate it.
We'll take a quick break. And,
enjoy your Friday.
Thank you. We'll take a quick break, and we're going to come back with top of the hour news and get right into Blog Talk with Sydney. Salvation Army's on the show in the 10 o'clock hour too. You stay there, and I'll be here, Roku and Riverbender.
With over
20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Tomorrow isn't built by dreamers. It's built by doers. Because progress doesn't work unless we do. So at Ameren, we've been hard at work putting energy to work for you. Adding underground cables, installing advanced switches and sensors, storm hardening poles and power lines, making the energy grid stronger today so it can meet your needs tomorrow. Learn about projects in your area at Ameren.com/energyfuture.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying I love you, I meant it. Now I know what a fool I've been. But if you kissed me now, I know you'd fool me again. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away.
Welcome back. Daily Show is rolling around the corner. And on Roku TV, thanks for hanging out with us. With that being said, we'll take you to top of the hour news now. Great conversation so far on this Thursday morning. And like I said, tomorrow we will not be having a live show. I will be speaking at Alton High in Marquette tomorrow for Riverbend CEO. Really excited about that. And then I'm going to be speaking to Alton High after I speak about Riverbend CEO upstairs and doing one of their Speaker Fridays, which is such a cool thing. And just excited. Going to be a great day. And it's also Estella's birthday. She's going to turn one. It's just incredible. She's grown up, and it was just funny because she was up today, and I got her up out of the crib today, and it was so funny because she was just standing up, just looking at me like, all right, pal, like, what are you doing here? And it's just crazy to see how far she's grown, and we're going to have a fun day tomorrow after all of that. So some work to do, but all good work and all fun stuff. We got a great show for you this 10 o'clock hour, and we'll take you to top of the hour news now. A serious collision occurred near 143 on the morning of December the 3rd involving two vehicles, a small passenger car driven and attempting to turn left on Enviro Way from eastbound Route 143, colliding with a westbound white pickup truck. The driver of the small vehicle sustained critical injuries and was airlifted to a hospital in the St. Louis area for treatment. The pickup driver, not seriously hurt. Now, emergency responders were from Wood River Fire and police departments alongside neighboring agencies. They quickly managed that scene, and now the incident does remain under investigation. We will keep you updated when more details do emerge. Sean Obel, 42 of Alton, has been charged with a Class 4 felony for aggravated driving under the influence after allegedly operating a vehicle while impaired by drugs and alcohol on New Pogue Road. The incident occurred on September 21st. Bell also faces a Class A misdemeanor for driving with a revoked license, as his driving privileges had been suspended due to prior DUI offenses. The SIUE Police Department brought the charges, and Bell was granted pretrial release. The Edwardsville Fire Department has officially welcomed 2 new probationary firefighters, Brandon and Jake, following their swearing in at City Council on December 2nd. The ceremony was administered by City Clerk Michelle Boyer, with family and city officials present to celebrate the occasion. The City of Edwardsville expressed gratitude for their commitment to serving the community through a social media announcement. The addition follows a recent induction of firefighter and paramedic Jacob Hatcher and the promotion of Joey Cruz to lieutenant, the strengthening of the department's dedication to their public safety. Also in the news today, XO Lounge in Edwardsville is offering a full lineup of festive activities through December. Guests can enjoy unique events like Christmas candles and cocktails tomorrow, where they can craft their own scented candles while sipping specialty drinks. Families are invited to brunch with the Grinch on December 7th. That sounds fun. That's Sunday. And then Santa will be there on December the 14th, creating memorable holiday moments. On December the 10th, sushi lovers can indulge in an all-you-can-eat experience paired with live saxophone music. Additional highlights include a late-night Sleigh All-Night Party on December 19th and Christmas cookie decorating class on the 21st. Weekly Thursday networking soirees support local entrepreneurs, and alongside ongoing med spa and nail bar services, visitors can also rent the space for private holiday events. And owner Gina Gamblin encourages everyone to take time to relax and enjoy the magic of the Christmas season at XO Lounge. Finally, in the news today, the 36th annual ABOB Old Alton Arts and Crafts Fair is set to take place December 6th and 7th at Alton High School, inviting the community to shop and support music students in Alton Community Unit School District Number 11, featuring over 150 vendors offering handmade items from across the Midwest. The fair raises funds for the district's music program through admission fees, booth rentals, and food sales. Proceeds help cover instrument repairs, competitions, uniforms, and new instruments, benefiting hundreds of students. Organizers and students alike express excitement and gratitude for their continued community support that they've received that keeps this a community tradition that's years long standing. Let's take a look at weather. 17 degrees in downtown Alton. It feels like 19 out there. Today, quite cold, and we'll be with more sun than clouds, but you'll start to feel that temperature drop off again as the afternoon starts to roll on through. Tonight, partly cloudy, but bitterly cold. Remember, your overnight warming locations will be activated if your heat goes out or you can't get in touch of a family member to maybe stay over at their house, or if you're experiencing homelessness or know someone that is. The air quality right now is 72, which is moderate. The humidity is up today at 75%. The temperatures are going to reach 22 degrees today and drop down to 7 overnight as we head into Friday. On Friday, we're going to see a warm-up over the last 5 days, a high of 38 on Friday, a low of 29. On Saturday, a high of 38, a low of 28 degrees. And then on Sunday, a high of 35, a low of 15. On Monday, we start our week with a high of 30 and a low of 23. That's a look at your next 5 days. Here's what's happening now. It's 10:06 in downtown Alton at 17. It feels like 19 out there. For time and temperature throughout the day, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Tom Lane, he's your local State Farm agent. Hey, while I have you, let me fill you in on Village Dispensary. You know, it's where you can go meet your best buds. Whether it's Monday through Sunday, their hours are always there for you. And what I think is great, they have a great selection of flower, pre-rolls, concentrates, edibles, vaporizers, you name it, they got it. But what I think is also awesome, too, is if you're someone who's new to, cannabis and maybe you're trying to find something for some joint pain, you're trying to find something because you've lost your appetite, you're trying to find something for some purpose, you can go to Village Dispensary. They have a consultation area. They have a great staff. They'll sit down and talk with you, and they'll make sure that you have all the product that you need to get you in and out of the door. And if you're somebody who knows what they're getting, they can have you in and out faster than you can say up in smoke with their online ordering. I'm telling you, they got an inventory to make Snoop Dogg jealous. VillageDispo.com, VillageDispo.com, and don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you their way. A quick break. Daily Show continues right after this.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? What's good, my guy? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Tomorrow isn't built by dreamers. It's built by
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Tomorrow isn't built by dreamers. It's built by doers. Because progress doesn't work unless we do. So at Ameren, we've been hard at work putting energy to work for you. Adding underground cables, installing advanced switches and sensors, storm hardening poles and power lines, making the energy grid stronger today so it can meet your needs tomorrow. Learn about projects in your area at Ameren.com/energyfuture.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that shoots is the wish of Barney and Ben. Dolls that'll talk and we'll go for a walk is the hope of Janice and Jen. And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go, there's a tree in the Grand Hotel, one in the park as well.
Welcome back. Daily Show, 10:10's the time. That means Sydney's in the studio. It's not your set time.
No, it just, I don't need a set time. I just pop up. I show up.
You are not same bat time, same bat channel.
No, I'm spontaneous. What can I say? I haven't seen you. Well, I've seen you every day, but I haven't seen you down here in 2 weeks. And since then, you've decorated up quite a bit.
It's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks. Wow. Let me down. No, it looks nice in here.
Hold on here.
It looks nice in here.
I was actually, just to break it to the audience on Blog Talk today, Sydney was supposed to host the show when I was sick.
That is true.
But we just fell through on how to train Sydney. I think you would have done it.
It could have been just me extravaganza for 2 hours, which no one could have wanted. But
the guests were booked. I could have done it, But I thought, should we do this and not tell John? And then he's just surprised, would he even know?
See what happens when I pop up on the TV
the show, but he would know because he'd probably send you a Slack for like a story. I'm like, where's Sydney at?
Yeah, I'm busy. Away from keyboard, whatever.
Oh, man.
AFK.
With that being said, what did you write about?
So the last 2 weeks, 1 week I wrote about how much I love the library, and the second week I wrote about Thanksgiving.
You got a lot of love for the library.
Yeah, that was kind of nice. Yeah, people really resonated, which is nice to see because sometimes people are really mean about the library.
They're mean in general.
People
my
are.
God.
Let's talk about that for a minute. People are mean in general.
The amount of people that have time in their life to just go on and just rant and rant. And I'm not saying I fault them. Hell, if you want to do it, the platform's there. But, they get mad at me for all my interviews. I can't please anybody.
Yeah, I know,
I feel bad for you because you write them.
No,
so
I
it makes
feel
you look bad.
We both are getting hit.
You get hit.
It's fine.
I get hit for doing it. But the whole point is it's an open community platform.
Yeah.
But my point is I've never been so mad to just, go... I'm going on Facebook.
And be like, screw
it.
the library. Yeah,
or not
wild.
The library, but anybody. It could be
true.
It could be Jim's Slim Jim stand on.
True. People
on
have
3rd
strong
Street.
feelings. People have strong feelings. But that being said, it was nice to see.
For free lunch food. That was a problem.
That's
that was
insane
scandalous.
to me. That's scandalous. Someone who wants to feed the kids. But anyway, that being said, it was really nice.
Let's not talk about hungry children. Let's talk about Sydney.
Let's talk about it. This is about me.
Oh my God.
That's gonna be clips later, and I'm gonna get yelled at.
Never
so
run for
that's
office.
on me. I can't anymore. I just ruined my chances. But it was really nice to see that people liked the library story.
It was cool.
It was cool to see. I just wrote about basically I grew up going to the library. My parents readers, and we grew up reading together, which is really cool. Highly recommend that if you're a parent able to do that and have that time.
Yeah.
That's really cool. But anyway, and yeah, it was great. And so I grew up doing that. I grew up volunteering at the library. I used to do the story times. Yeah, the Brighton Library. I used to do the story times for the toddlers, and I would pass out snacks during the summer reading program. And once or twice, I think I mentioned this to you before, I got zipped up into a costume to go appease the masses of the children. So I was Clifford once, talking to a celebrity here, basically. So that was neat, and it was silly, but it was really fun to see the kids. They loved it.
Were they nice costumes?
Sure, it was fine.
Were they just I'm trying to imagine, did you have a deluxe
Yes, there was a big head, and all the libraries in the state most of the libraries in the state are connected by the Illinois Heartland Library System. So you can, that's just a quick plug for that. You can check out a book from Chicago and get it here, which is really cool.
Have you done that?
I have many times, which is really cool. But also, that being said, many times. That being said, also the libraries work together. So we got the Clifford costume from Litchfield, and it was awesome to just know that all the libraries were friends and buddies, and I thought it was very sweet, actually. So all that
Did
to
you
say,
ever
go
get
to the
called
library.
out for not being the real Clifford?
For the most part, no. The kids were just excited to see me. And that's great. That's the most loved I've ever felt in my life was when I was Clifford. And everybody was so excited to see me. I was like, wow, this is what it means to be famous. So it was beautiful. Yeah.
I'm infamous, I feel in a very small pond.
That's funny. I was famous for a very brief moment there.
What else
among
were you,
20 kids.
Clifford?
I was Pete the Cat once. And you might say, who's Pete the Cat? Because that was kind of between, that's after us, but before Estella. I don't know if Pete the Cat's still popular or not, but you might be introduced to Pete the Cat very soon.
That I would want to watch.
Well, that's not nice.
That is scary looking.
That's not true.
Oh
Pete the Cat's cute. He's cute. His name's Pete. That's adorable.
I think Pete went by Village before he Okay, come on. I'm going to show the audience this. If anyone needs to know who Pete the cat is,
look at him.
Open an image
Look
in a new tab.
him.
You tell
He's
me
a
that thing
cutie.
didn't stop by Village Dispensary.
He's a cutie. He's Pete the cat. I was him, so that was cool. And I was very sober.
Were you good?
I was incredibly sober, so
that's not what you get when you see the mascots on in Vegas. You
Yeah,
know?
no, that's true.
That's very rare. So good for you.
I was an incredibly sober 15-year-old high school student volunteering at the library.
Pete the cat. Okay.
Yeah, so those are my two moments.
Well, you got
my
to
two
be a
moments.
cat. I mean, that's kind of, you're a cat person.
Yeah, true. So doesn't quite translate. But for the record, I don't want to be a cat. But I got to briefly become a cat, so that was neat. Yeah, so it was kind of a fun experience.
Glad you clarified that.
Yeah, just letting people know.
So, what's your favorite component of Hainer Library?
Well, so that's the thing. So I grew up going to Brighton Library, and then for a long time I was in college, and the library there was kind of this like utilitarian thing that like you went to just because you had to do homework, right? You didn't get to like hang out there so much. I spent a lot of time there, but I was just doing my
Was that
tasks.
because it was not a nice looking library?
No, it was a nice library, but like I didn't have time to like read for fun.
Gotcha,
You know, I was just doing my tasks, and so now that I'm like back
I've never
in,
read for fun.
Wow, well that's okay. We're gonna find you something you like.
Like honestly, I read things.
Yeah, what do you read?
Like historical documents, if they're on, a library mantle or a museum display board, I will read them.
You love a museum.
Yeah, I love them.
That's
More
fun.
than
They're
love
fun.
them.
Yeah.
But just not books. I know. Tell you what.
Yeah, let's hear it.
The series of unfortunate events.
That's a good story.
Read that series.
Yeah, that's a good time.
Read them. They were great. But ever since then, I'm like, even in high school, because I discovered that God developed Cliff Notes, or I didn't need to read To Kill a Mockingbird.
That is kind of tempting. Well, you missed
I have
out,
not
but
had to use that information.
It's kind of tempting to. Here's the thing.
No one's asked me to quote it yet, so I've been doing just fine.
I'll say this: I've been asked to read Beowulf like 5 times in different classes. I've never read Beowulf, and I don't intend to. I'll be honest with the people on that. But I'll bare my soul there for a moment and just tell the truth. Yeah, I'm not a Beowulf fan, but no, and here's the thing too. I'm also like getting back to your question in a second, but really quick, I'm trying to hit my Goodreads goal right now. So I gave myself Goodreads is like an app where you can log the books that you're reading and stuff like that. So you set a goal at the beginning of the year, and I set my goal, and I was like, I can do it. And then now we're like in December, and I'm kind of like, oh, I'm kind of far behind. So I started reading graphic novels.
What was your goal?
My goal is kind of small. It was 12 books. I wanted to read 1 book a month. And I was like, I can probably do that. And then,
you've had a busy year.
Thank you. Thanks for enabling me. But I started reading some graphic novels, and I'm happy to say I have exceeded my Goodreads goal because of the graphic novels. And big shout out to graphic novels, which do count because they're a book, and it's true. That being said, they are admittedly quicker to get through and a little easier to read sometimes. So that being said,
I haven't read a book in a while, so I can't say nothing.
They're fun though. But yeah, to answer your long-winded, to come back around to what do I like about Hainer Library. I started going to Hainer Library recently because I was in the Alton area now, and so I'm hanging out a lot at Hainer, which is right next door to us at the RiverBender building, and it's just a good time. The people are nice. That's the best part. You go in there and everyone says hi, and that's chill, and you get your books. And I had one librarian the other day who said, "Oh, I think you have something in the back too. Let me go run and grab it." And I was like, "Oh, you don't have to do that." And she was like, "No, absolutely. You don't have to make 2 trips then." I was like, "Oh, thank you so much." So
nice.
that was that's the sweetest, just a little human moment. It really wasn't that big deal in a big scheme of things, but I was like, oh, this is beautiful. Community.
Is it 14 degrees down here to you?
It's pretty cold.
Okay,
yeah.
Just want to make sure. It's 10:19. I love that you love the library.
Thank you.
And I love the fact that Hainer Library loves the show. And I love the fact that they're getting a new, refreshed space.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that.
It's great for them. They have a lot of great stuff. You can learn more at HainerLibrary.org. That was a great live read.
Yeah, you did a really good job.
No, it was all you did the work.
I
you wrote
set you up
it.
and you nailed it home.
We're going to take a quick break, but Turkey Day's over. Winter is officially here quicker than we all thought it was going to be.
It's happening.
I was on the show saying, listen, my thing is telling us 6-7 inches, okay? And I'm not doing it, okay?
It happened.
It's not going to happen. And I kept telling everybody, I'm like, it's going to change 14. It didn't. We got smoked with snow, and, we'll take a break, and you're tired of winter already.
I'm over it.
Okay.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Tomorrow isn't built by dreamers. It's built by doers. Because progress doesn't work unless we do. So at Ameren, we've been hard at work putting energy to work for you. Adding underground cables, installing advanced switches and sensors, storm hardening poles and power lines, making the energy grid stronger today so it can meet your needs tomorrow. Learn about projects in your area at Ameren.com/energyfuture.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
8 days with Trula gave to me 7 packs of smokes, 6 packs of 2, 4, 5. And a beer. Yeah, that beer is empty. Okay, day 12.
Again, lovely people. 10:22. We'll come back and talk with Sydney right now. Sydney, Blog Talk. Blog Talk, and you are tired of winter.
Yes, here's the thing. So
very animated.
Yes. So a couple weeks ago, I wrote about how to combat the winter blues, which you can try your best. But yeah, no, winter is kind of a bummer.
Seasonal depression is a real thing.
I think so. I think that's a real thing.
No, I don't think. I know.
No, you're right. But the holidays are rough for people. I don't know. How was your Thanksgiving, CJ?
We had a great Thanksgiving.
Good.
We went to what we did because of like the adoption and stuff with Estella is my parents had all of Jackie's family over.
That's fun.
As, like open house thing, and they did food. So they were gone for Thanksgiving, so they kind of did that as their Thanksgiving meal. And then we went to Jackie's mom's house in the morning, and then Jackie's dad's house in the afternoon, and saw her stepmom and all the family there.
That's awesome.
And
that sounds really fun.
So it's a good time. But by the end, I was kind of just tired.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It sounds kind of like a long day.
And well, it wasn't because I didn't do any driving.
Oh, nice. So did you do any cooking? Did you cook anything?
No.
Nice. You had the best Thanksgiving. You just chilled.
Well, no, I felt even worse. Then I feel bad. It's like, what are you? You didn't even drive.
What are you contributing? No, I'm kidding.
No, exactly. What did you do?
No,
Nothing.
I contributed rolls, and that's all I was trusted with. So that's rolls.
Well, and then the thing is, before we talk about Thanksgiving, did you do Christmas lists?
What do you mean? Like,
I am not good. So I was asked for a Christmas list.
Oh,
and this
that's
isn't
sweet.
like it's so nice. But I've realized I don't know what I like.
That's like that's a whole other problem that I could get into.
And we could talk for an hour about this if Salvation Army is not coming. But it's just like it was so nice. Like I've been at make Christmas lists so we know what to get you type of thing.
That's sweet. Yeah,
so cool. I was telling Jackie, I'm like, and Jackie's asked me for one. I'm like, what do you want? And I'm like,
who am I?
I don't know.
Like literally, yeah. What do I enjoy?
I normally get like everything I get I like. I've never gotten a bad quote unquote gift.
That's fair. Yeah, that's a good mindset to have, honestly.
But, so I've been I tried for a couple weeks, like after things, I'm like, I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
Sat down. Have you ever seen SpongeBob when he writes his essay?
Yeah, the big.
Yeah, that's what was going on.
That's fair. Hey,
and,
that's hard.
I don't know, but that was like out of it all. Like really, the only stressful part was trying to think of a list, and I'm like, I really don't have one.
That's a pretty good day.
I don't know. Well, no, I'm talking about the whole break.
Yeah,
like
that
was
whole break.
That
that's
was
pretty
that
nice.
was it.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful break.
Yeah, that's
but
good.
I'm like, what? what do I do?
What are your family going to do for you?
I started walking around with Landside playing in the background.
Who am I? What do I like? What do I want in life? Yeah.
No, but it was really good. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was okay. I'll be honest, it wasn't the best, but that's the thing too. Like that's kind of the point of this whole blog post, which was like, do you ever have those moments when God kind of smacks you in the face and is like, here's what's important, and you're like, oh, okay, all these little things that I'm stressed about or my tasks or whatever just like don't matter at all. And so it was kind of that Thanksgiving, but it was kind of nice too. I'm trying to like practice gratitude more in my life in general. Blog post incoming maybe, but I'm trying to focus on that. So I was like, this is so cool that I had somewhere to be on Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? I was sitting around with people that I cared about and who care about me, and I was like, this is beautiful. So yeah, it was an okay Thanksgiving, but it was really nice to hang out with some people and see what's going on. And that's kind of the point of the post, is just to say like, maybe you have that and that's great, and maybe you don't have that, which is, I believe you will find it if you don't have it right now. But in the end of the day, all we can do is just kind of get through the holidays as best as we can. Yeah.
And sometimes people just don't want it.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because there's a couple of people I met that really are like that, and that's
fine too,
cool.
if you're just not feeling it.
If you're solitude and you like yourself, that's great, but if you want to find that community, it'll find you, and
I like to think so,
for the little things in life, because eventually all the grand goals will come your way, but you gotta take the small wins when you can, and the moments to be grateful for.
Life's small, or life is small. Life is short, I guess is what I'm trying to say, and it has its ups and downs. But no, you can definitely find the good things in there, and the holidays. I don't know, like there's a very real like melancholic streak that runs through a lot of people, including me, during this time of year for whatever reason. But I think there's like real, and I mentioned combating the winter blues. There are ways to do that for sure, but in the meantime, you can just take care of yourself and hope for the best and spend time with people you love as much as possible. So it's kind of like a beautiful thing. It's kind of bittersweet,
Right. And that's the other thing too, where you got to find those moments too. And you not saying you have to look for them.
Yeah.
But whenever they happen, you got to just embrace them. And you can't,
sure.
I think sometimes we always try to look for them, especially on the holidays. And I do it now. I don't, because I'm very distracted with chasing
you got kind of a
baby
life happening.
But I used to all the time, like, I get so excited for Christmas because that's like the time of the year I always felt the happiest. But then you look for that and then it doesn't happen because you realize
it's pressure.
So it's interesting.
It's interesting. And I had another thought too, but it flew out of my head. But it's just kind of fascinating how that all works, and interesting too how you can kind of make those memories and make them good. And what I was gonna say was I also had more like perspective gaining moments over the last few days. Like I've been at the overnight warming locations over the last few days a couple times, volunteering over there, which is great. They need volunteers. If you're able to, that'd be wonderful. I was just at All God's Children Shall Have Shoes giveaway, that they give away shoes to little kids that just need a pair of shoes. And article forthcoming.
That is so cool. Where's that at?
It's just based in Alton. They do it at Famous Footwear in the mall, and they just do it for kids all over the region. So it's really cool. Article forthcoming. But if you can donate, they have a Venmo. So check that out too on their Facebook page, or the article, which is forthcoming.
So cool.
But you know what I mean? Like it just is perspective. Like it just reminds you that like there are some things out there that like you're lucky to have, and life is short, and you can fill the love and the cup as much as possible. So it's very wholesome at the end of the day. So yeah.
That's for sure. Sydney, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. It's been fun.
We'll take a quick break. Daily Show comes back with Salvation Army next.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Discover Del Mar Public House, located in Godfrey's historic Clifton Schoolhouse. Enjoy bold flavors like homemade falafel, fish and chips, and rotating pasta favorites.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? What's good, my guy? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Tomorrow isn't built by dreamers. It's built by doers. Because progress doesn't work unless we do. So at Ameren, we've been hard at work putting energy to work for you. Adding underground cables, installing advanced switches and sensors, storm hardening poles and power lines, making the energy grid stronger today so it can meet your needs tomorrow. Learn about projects in your area at Ameren.com/energyfuture.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
When you hear voices singing, let's be jolly, deck balls with balls of party, rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way.
Welcome back. Daily Show, 10:33 is the time. Salvation Army. Tree of Lights, Red Kettle Campaign. Sean and
Cassie. Major Cassie.
God dang it. I did this.
It's okay.
And remember, I was doing so good the last 3 times.
You were killing it. But hey,
it's because I got in my head. That's what happens. But I got my Red Bull.
Yes! It's become our tradition to bring a Red Bull.
Well, and we were just talking, too, the storm this last weekend.
Yes.
I didn't even think about that for the Red Kettle campaign and all the other Tree of Lights initiatives and Red Kettle campaign stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's something to adapt to.
Dude, it definitely was. It was difficult. It was a hard hit because
especially for kettles.
Yeah.
There was quite a bit of kettles that we had empty because people couldn't make it, or we just couldn't get people out there.
Yeah.
And so it was a hard hit this weekend.
Well, and we even I know the roads are rough, so there were even some that we end up pulling in because we want people to be safe.
Absolutely.
Obviously. And so that was a bit of a tough blow, to say the least. And then with some of the weather recently, like when we had several schools that were signed up to do different ringing, but because the schools canceled all the after school programming, that also meant the same thing for that bell ringing piece. But we are confident and we believe that our community is going to rock it out, and we're going to see, hopefully, people coming out in droves to either volunteer to ring or to donate. You can go to registertoring.com and type in your zip code, and you can pick any location and the time frame. And hopefully, my pal CJ over here is going to have a little link for you. that you can also go to we have a virtual red kettle that we've been encouraging people to use this year. And it should give you some direction on if you want to make your own virtual kettle for us as well. And all those monies stay right here in Madison County.
Well, and and that's another good point to make, is that it does stay in Madison County and stays right here to area families. Like Community Christmas, you guys are, one of the distribution sites and are recipients of that. And to see that support on the flip side is great. But you really see the need, too.
Dude, we have over 1,100 angels this year.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How many? That's more than last year too, isn't
Correct.
it? Wow.
So we have just seen an incredible jump, and a lot of it has been new families, just families that they're just struggling, and they got hit so hard with just lifing.
With life.
Yeah.
Well, and that's becoming more and more with conversations I've had on the show with organizations around the community that have seen that same increase, and it's just folks that really were already kind of maybe doing okay and just getting by, and then something happened, and an excessive energy bill one month or a car breakdown, and then a lot of folks fell into that because they didn't have the savings, and a lot of us are in that same boat, and it really brings back that perspective of you never know who it could happen to or who can go through that spell, and it's great to have the Salvation Army here for that.
Well, we are privileged to get to serve alongside of so many other amazing agencies in the area. But you are absolutely right, CJ. Families are just one paycheck away sometimes. And if someone gets sick or any of those pieces, that could be so tough. Just so tough.
Absolutely. You're seeing on your screen, that's the link that will take you to the virtual Red Kettle.
Yay!
Where you can donate one time or monthly. And we can get that going and keep it increasing and hit that $50,000 goal.
Yeah, that's the goal that we have for that virtual kettle itself.
Mm-hmm.
But
what's the goal this year?
422,500.
Yeah.
Wow, that's an increase.
No, it's the same as last year.
Oh, is
same
it the
as
same?
last year? Yeah.
Well, how far do we have to go? Do we know?
Major.
So,
Give us.
with this weekend's count, we are at 99,000.
We need some Santa magic here.
Yes, we do. And I think, we're now past Thanksgiving and everybody's mindset is now Christmas.
Yep.
And there's going to be a little bit more giving there. But we really do need the help. We need people at the kettles. So registertoring.com. And we just need the help this year for sure.
Well, and now, whenever we go to registertoring.com, we can pick any of the spots throughout the area, and you can select being a virtual ring or two and raise money that way. But really going on site, do we still need some bell ringers pretty significantly throughout the area?
Yeah, absolutely. People give to a kettle that has a person at it before they give to an unmanned kettle.
Yeah. It makes sense every time. Yeah.
Yeah. So we need lots of hours.
And God is just going to, I'm confident in this community. Like, they have shown up every year. Like, last year we surpassed the goal as well.
Well, and that was coming down to the last kind of couple weeks,
yes,
wasn't
it?
Yes,
Very close.
That is true. That is true. It was definitely a squeak through, but it
happened,
still,
though.
Yes,
and
it
that's
did.
the bottom line
It
is
did.
the community rallies, and I think they're going to this year. And,
I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree.
And we always see those gold coins in the kettles, don't we, in this area?
We haven't seen one yet this year that I'm aware of, but we are so grateful. So whoever you are, please know that we are so grateful for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And just what a blessing. And it's such an encouragement. Like, I've had several people in the community and other donors who have just said when they saw that in the newspaper or when they heard about the gold kettle, like that just kind of encouraged them. It challenged them to want to give more. Mm-hmm. And I totally see that. I had a friend who was taking pictures when she was ringing, and she was going to post. She posted them on Facebook, and she's like, "I want to make sure that I can challenge other people." And I encouraged her to say, just like, "Hey, you can be an advocate and an ambassador for the Army." So, friends, when you're out there ringing, feel free to take like selfies or pictures or videos and post them on Facebook, and that could be such an encouragement to other people. Like, hey, I could totally do that. I can make that work. And it could be a date night. It could be a family event. You can challenge other family members. So like on Christmas Eve, my husband and I, it's become a bit of a tradition. We've been competing against each other. So I'll go out and ring at a location. He'll go out and ring at a location. And then whoever raises the most gets to buy dinner. Or wait, the other one buys them I don't know. We figured
Loser
it
buys dinner.
Loser buys dinner. And I had thrown in a sweetener. I was like, okay, if I win this year, I get a foot massage.
There you go.
But I think that's more motivation for myself because my husband beat me last year. He beat me. But
I think it's so cool, and for businesses even to have some type of friendly rivalry or some type of organizations to do the same thing. That'd be an awesome opportunity for them.
Oh, without a doubt, without a doubt. And I am more than willing to create a cool little trophy. If you guys want like a trophy to go around, we could partner with some local places. I can get some super glue, some bells. Like
we could make that fun. I think we could totally do this. Actually, that's a great idea.
I mean, like for real. Like I've been Pinteresting little creative ideas of how to do different things, and there's one that looks really cool, and we've got the stuff for it. So as long as the hot glue works. So if you want to compete, just let us know, and we'll make sure that you get. That you get the trophy.
Yeah. Well, and now with that being said, wouldn't we raise all the funds, and I really think that we're going to get there. There's something about it every year. The magic of Christmas just kind of flows right on through, and the Lord's with you, and you get that. Take us through where that money kind of goes towards, throughout the year, throughout this campaign.
Yeah, absolutely. So all the funds that come in, it's not just paying for stuff that happens at Christmas.
Yeah.
This makes it possible for us to have our doors open, to be able to provide pantry and food support for those who are facing food insecurity. This allows us to be able to offer after-school programming for the youth in our community for at no cost. This allows us to be able to wrap around our families who are struggling with utilities or with different other struggles, whether that be dealing with transitioning from one apartment to another apartment or just any of those pieces, and being able to provide for our families, not a hand out, but a hand up.
Yeah.
And hand up to hope. And this could be that bridge for them to make that difference, to break those cycles, to help get them from one point to the other, to see them then succeed. I cannot tell you how many families that we've worked with who just fell on a hard time and just needed that support.
Well, and too, it's just having the opportunity to know that something's there.
Yes.
I mean, there's nothing to drive. You aren't going to be inspired to do. If for me personally, if I were to fall down on hard times and I didn't think that there was any door to knock on, there wouldn't be much for me to go, wow, I can really get back up and do this. But if there is some doors that are open, like Salvation Armies, where you know that there's going to be someone there to meet you where you are and really drive you through or help you, you have something to really aspire to tomorrow for. And I think that's really an important part of that too.
I agree. And it's super huge. I think we forget that we've just got the power to bring about lasting change in the lives of our neighbors. And that power could be in speaking a kind word, speaking life into someone, donating at the kettle, choosing to volunteer to ring at the kettle, volunteering at a local agency in the area. Like we have the ability to speak life into each other and to support each other. And now more than ever, we need that. Yeah. Because like you were saying, it is so tough when you feel like there's nothing, that there's no hope. Yeah. And I feel like the Salvation Army has done a good job, and we continue to strive. We try to do the most good, right? Like we're doing the most good in our community. We're striving to meet that need for our neighbors so that they're not doing life alone and that they have that hope.
100%. We'll take a quick break. 10:43. We'll come back with Salvation Army right after this.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Tomorrow isn't built by dreamers. It's built by doers. Because progress doesn't work unless we do. So at Ameren, we've been hard at work putting energy to work for you. Adding underground cables, installing advanced switches and sensors, storm hardening poles and power lines, making the energy grid stronger today so it can meet your needs tomorrow. Learn about projects in your area at Ameren.com/energyfuture.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
And that's enough. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. We're simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
Welcome back, Daily Show. 10:45. Register to ring.com to sign up to find the nearest kettle to you and to challenge your nearest business owner, your neighbor. You know, light bills are getting expensive, so instead of doing a light decoration contest, I would challenge you to do a Salvation Army red kettle contest.
I like it.
There we go.
I like it.
I think I'm just going to start my own marketing firm. Hell with it, you know? Dude. So, you know, really getting into this, and to talk about that $400,000 goal, 430.
Yeah, 422.
422. Dang it, I was almost
You're
right.
right. 422.
I was right on the nose. But it's important, though, to know that number and think about how it gets spread out throughout the year and throughout the different programming opportunities that are offered. Because I know throughout the week there's, you know, great community things like Bible studies and all these opportunities, but also just that one-on-one individualized support for families, too, which is what you all are known for.
Yeah, absolutely. That, and I mean, like, when we think about, like, every week, I mean, on Mondays, we've got our pizza ministry. On Tuesdays, we've got our food pantry, as well as the shower program, and as well as we have, because of amazing local businesses or local grocery stores, we're able to put out food, fresh produce, and all these different pieces out for anybody to come in and grab to help fill in those gaps for them. And then on Wednesdays, we've got Bible study programming. We've also got other youth programming, not to mention Thursdays we've got pantry again, and we partner with amazing churches in the area to provide a lunch for all the for those in the community from 1 to 2 around that time frame. And that after school program that I was telling you about, that's Monday through Friday from 2:30 to 6 for local kiddos, and we partner with the schools, and so the schools bus the kids to us. They get a good meal, a hot meal, along with homework help and learning different life skills that they need to succeed, learning about who they are and whose they are, that they are created, that they are fearfully and wonderfully made by the Lord. And then on Tuesdays, we also have music programming. So all the funds that come in help make this possible. I mean, on Tuesday nights, these kiddos are learning so much. Do you want to share a little bit about what the kids learn on Tuesday nights?
Yeah, so we learn brass instruments, guitar, keyboard. Wow. Now music production, drums, all kinds of things, recorder as well. And it's just amazing to watch these kids, their confidence just change once they've learned how to play those instruments. And,
that's incredible.
And the notes.
Yeah, that's incredible. Well, and this is what going and you're walking by those red kettles. That's what it all goes towards. And the Tree of Lights campaign as well. Is that the same tie-in?
Yeah. So that's our big kickoff. That's our big kickoff for we're getting started. Woohoo! Okay. And the opportunity to introduce our Christmas chairs to everybody, which we are so blessed to have Zeke and Joyce J. Bush. They are
They're great
phenomenal.
people.
They are, and they give great hugs. And I love their heart for the community and for their families, and we are so blessed to have them. I mean, genuinely, and the wisdom that they both have to help lead and guide us has been incredible. We're truly blessed.
Absolutely.
For sure.
You know, before I let you go, is there any other things that we should talk about right now to drive the need home, or any other calls to action we can give you?
Go ahead.
There's just an endless opportunity to give, and there's so many ways. You can do the virtual red kettle. You can bring in a check, and if you got some spare change, drop it in the kettle. And we even have QR codes you can scan that on every sign up with every kettle as well. And we have our Tap to Give over at the Godfrey Schnooks as well. So.
And the Tap to Give, those of you who may not be, I mean, you may be familiar with, but it's a cool little thing that we've got on the stand at Schnooks Godfrey. And you just take your phone and you go boop. And when you go boop, it gives you an opportunity. Like you get to pick the amount that you want. Like there are amounts listed. So then
5,
it just
10,
takes
20.
you through 5, 10, and 20. And then again with the virtual kettle, like that's something you can post on Facebook. You can then create your own kettle for the Salvation Army to benefit Madison County. And again, everything stays here. 90 cents of every dollar donated stays right here in Madison County.
Yeah, it's so cool. And really, guys, if you have the opportunity, sign up for a kettle, ring a bell, and raise some money for some great causes.
And sorry, I need to clarify. I'm so sorry. So 90 cents on every dollar goes towards direct service.
Yeah.
I apologize.
No, that's great.
That's what I meant to say.
No, it's still a huge amount of. I mean, that's huge percentages of that dollar, and it's really important for you guys to know that whatever change you got, and checks, and whoever is out there giving those gold coins, keep doing it.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll take a quick break and wrap up the Thursday show right after this on Riverbender.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Tomorrow isn't built by dreamers. It's built by doers. Because progress doesn't work unless we do. So at Ameren, we've been hard at work putting energy to work for you. Adding underground cables, installing advanced switches and sensors, storm hardening poles and power lines, making the energy grid stronger today so it can meet your needs tomorrow. Learn about projects in your area at Ameren.com/energyfuture.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Hear the snow crunch, see the kids bunch. This is Santa's big scene, and above all the bustle you'll hear silver bells, silver bells.
Welcome back. 10:52 is the time on this Thursday morning. It's my Friday. Well, kind of. I shouldn't say that because I'm misleading myself. That's all I'm doing. I will be at Alton High School tomorrow. I'm really excited. I love going and talking about Riverbend CEO anywhere I go. If you guys don't know about this group by now, it's really a unique opportunity for high school students, seniors, to learn hands-on how to be an entrepreneur. And, you know, I started years ago. Wow, I can actually say that. A long time ago, kind of, almost 10 years ago. And in the program, and first program was 2016 or 17. And what was incredible, excuse me, was, I started a little delivery business and did well and partnered it off and all that fun stuff. But the connections that I made from Riverbend CEO set me up for why I'm doing this show today. I mean, quite honestly, seriously, that's what happened. It was without the connections of Riverbend CEO and without the networking opportunities and getting to meet these business owners and meet these community leaders through that group, I don't think I would honestly probably be doing much in town to begin with. And so it's just a great opportunity for students, and that's why I love going and speaking about the group. It's really one of the, I think, the most rewarding classes you can take, because it is a class. I mean, you're getting dual credit from Lewis and Clark. You have to apply to be in it. I mean, you have to really want to do it, and that's what I think's great. This is what I think is so great about this, and what's missing so much. And just youth, and I can tell you this because I was just talking to the high school students and all the stuff. I get to talk to some of the most engaged student athletes, student performers, whether they're artists or musicians or they're in theater. And they come on the show and they love it. They'll make time out of their day to come with their teachers or their parents. And, a lot of times their teachers are the ones showcasing them. They're the ones saying, hey, can you talk to our student here? And you see the impact of the school system, right? You see the excitement of that and that student just being in the moment and also being behind a mission. And, when I go and talk to the group, I can tell you right off the bat who's going to apply and who's not going to. And very rarely am I wrong, but it just shows you it's one of the only classes where you aren't, if you don't want to do it, you just aren't going to get it. You can't just sign up for it. So whenever I'm speaking to the classes, you'll see the typical, I was in high school, kind of, slacking off and okay, this is kind of, I'm here. But then you see the students that really get the knowledge from it and see the opportunities. And what I think is cool is to see them get excited about something that is school related, that's grade based, but is something that they can actually use to better themselves. I was talking about it with Sydney today. You ever use a line out of To Kill a Mockingbird? Because, that's the one I had to read. I wasn't. No. I'll just cliff notes that. I still haven't been asked to quote that book. Maybe I will one day. I don't know. My point is, didn't need it. But the skills that you learn in Riverbend CEO and these kids learn is crucial. I learned them, and it really set me apart. I truly believe this to this day. Now, it gave me a lot of accountability, and I beat the hell out of myself all the time. But the bottom line is, it teaches you how to live. To be quite honest with you, whether you work for yourself or you work for a company, you got to put in effort. You got to be attentive. You got to have an approach to things. You got to be organized. You got to work in a team setting. You got to be collaborative, and you got to network, and you got to connect. And it teaches so much, and I love what they do with it. The class this year we've had on the show, and just really great. They're doing some phenomenal work. Their fundraising numbers are just crazy compared to past classes, even my groups, and it's just really cool. So if you have a chance, please support the Riverbend CEO group. These are really dedicated students, and what I think is great is it's an investment really into the community going forward. We got to get the young generation to stay and quit moving out of state and all that stuff. I mean, it's wonderful if there's an opportunity there, we want them to take it, but we want to create opportunities here in our own backyard that could reward them just as well. So if you have an opportunity, Riverbend CEO, but that's where I'll be tomorrow. I'll be at Alton High. And then after I do talk about CEO at Alton High, I'll be giving another presentation just about Riverbender and the Daily Show and talking to the students there at Alton High too. And then I'll be over at Marquette. And then we're going to go celebrate Estella's birthday and have a good old time. So it's going to be a great Friday, but really just a great week of shows. Monday's going to be a really good week too. So, next week's going to be a really great week starting on Monday, and just busy, but a good type of busy. Hey, before I let you go, just want to make sure there's nothing really pressing to fill you in on before we say so long for now. And no, there really isn't. What I told you in the 10 o'clock hour is what we're still following today. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, wait, no, I won't. Duh. I will see you back here on Monday for the show. If you're at Alton High, I'll see you tomorrow, Marquette. See you then, too. We're talking about Riverbend CEO. Great organization. Have a great weekend. Try your best to stay out of jail.